So exciting, the announcement today, right?
I know. It's one of the things I was going to chat about.
Talk about 'em. Yeah.
I know. I've got the window capture. Hey, Pat. Is that Pat? That sounds like Pat. That's a Pat, is it? No, that was Pat.
Well, he popped in and popped out again, I guess. I didn't see
Yeah.
him.
I just saw the message. He will join me when he's done with his practice. What's he practicing? He's practicing with
Oh,
of. Okay, no, they're practicing stuff. Practicing stuff. No, that's yeah, exciting news. Oh, who is that again? It's in and out. Hey, Taz Clarinet, how you going?
Hey, I just wanted to say hi really quick.
Okay, that's all
How you
right.
guys
Yeah,
doing?
yeah.
you're all jumping in and out of the other chat, I noticed, because they're doing practice and stuff. Yeah.
Mhm. Are you guys looking to play? Do you want to get on the same bus as them?
Um, I wasn't really going to be seriously playing. Just chatting, talking about the announcement this morning.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
So
exciting.
yeah, I was just gonna have a look at what people were saying in the Facebook group. Like
Mhm.
350 odd comments in there, so it's just probably going to run down those and see what people were actually excited about. Yeah.
Well, I know for me, trying to not get too excited and then be like, oh man, they might do this and this and this. And it's like, oh, they only did that? Okay, well.
Yeah. Well, I think part of the
So,
problem was we kept getting like in the last month we've been getting a few freebies because of their mix-up.
hmm
Wondering how many of these freebies were actually planned for the New Year celebration. They've just given us early, just to appease us. So now they've got to try and give something big, and this announcement is what we've all been waiting for.
that's an interesting thought.
Yeah, but we're
Maybe
It's such a, it's
maybe
such
the
a
new features
teaser.
will make you want to use potions more.
Yeah. Well,
well, they
it's
were.
such a teaser because it really doesn't tell us anything. It just makes us excited.
Yeah.
Which is what they want, which is what they need.
Yeah.
Need to bring back some excitement because we've gone through the doldrums a bit. Um,
What's that, Bree?
so we're actually talking on the hive mind. I wonder if I can do that. I think
Okay.
I still
Well,
have.
I'm gonna head over to the bus. They got me alternating, but it was nice talking to y'all.
Okay,
Okay,
yep,
bye,
that's no
Pat.
problem. So, hey, Riri, how you going? Sneaked in there as well. We're just talking about
He's on,
what's gonna.
he's on mute.
Are you? Is she on mute? Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There.
Dawn.
You're welcome. Uh,
Yeah,
Oh.
as I say, we just have a group chat about the announcement. Like, that's a nice announcement.
Yeah, what's up with that?
So it's rather than having the chat, actually, let me just what people have been saying on Facebook. I don't know if you can see it. Can we get that?
I'm assuming we're talking about the announcement about next month.
Yes, yes,
Okay. Okay.
yeah. So
it's official next month.
so there was it. Get ready to kick off year 2 of Harry Potter Wizards Unite with all new ways to grow your magical talents and unlock never before seen benefits and rewards in game. Stay tuned next month for all the details. So what's the date today?
Yeah.
We've got 8 more days for this month. So we've still got the other event planned. So
Yes. Yes.
are we expecting this time next week? Yeah, so 7 to 10 days for more news. Yeah, it'd be cool. And then Gareth says, let us know what you would like to see. So that is probably what we're going to. I wonder if it'll let me go to the top of the list. It won't, will me? It's not let me do that.
Yeah, I was really shocked because I know I mean, I never read it, but I kept hearing that Orange Wizard said not to expect, I guess, like any new game content for a while. So I was just thinking, we weren't going to get anything, but this is a nice surprise.
Yeah, so wizards with new ways to grow your magical talents. So is that's going to be another game within the game, or new lessons? There's only two things that can really be there, and then unlock never before seen benefits and rewards. Now that's the thing that ignites your brain a bit, because never before seen benefits and rewards. Like, what else could they reward us with what's in the game that we haven't already got? Like, yeah, we could probably get another golden key, because they already give us silver keys. What else could they give us that's going to excite us? So it's got to be something else that's either not in game, or we've got the runestones 6 to 10 that are in the game. So yes, it's interesting to see what other people think. Can we see all the comments? We're not going to see all the comments on this, are we? It's not going to let me. It's going very slow to do it all. Oh, here we go. So was it Erin Wiseman? The ability to delete port keys, or at least a confirmation screen asking if you want it. Which means if they don't let you delete eggs in Pogo, the conversation goes, I don't think they'll let you delete port keys. I think port keys, you will never be able to delete port keys just because of what they are. I think they'll have to say you have to walk them. They'll keep that as it is. That's never going to change. Claire McCabe says, please keep the spell energy on the ground. I think some people argue that there should be more spell energy on the ground. But then they probably need more friends to receive it. Especially if you get some of these events where you need a lot of spell energy to actually complete families. You need a lot. Oh, there you go. This could be the never before seen rewards bit. Love to be able to pimp out your little wizard character on screen. Like at the moment we've got all the options for our photo ID and boost that, but they want little outfits for our little character. And that's a cool one. I like that one. Can you see those? Yeah. No, Dewey, we're just chatting. We're just talking about the announcement, and I'm just going through some of the comments that people have mentioned on Facebook in the Wizards Unite chat that Gareth put up. Just looking at some of the ideas, going through those. Well, let's see. I'll read the comment again in a minute. Gotta go. Different thing. It's right at the very top. That's the problem. Basically, what it's saying is getting ready to kick off year 2 of Harry Potter Wizards Unite with all new ways to grow your magical talent and unlock never before seen benefits and rewards in game. Stay tuned next month for details. So it's leaving it up to us for our imaginations to run riot. What else is there? Let us choose characters from the movies too. So different outfits, brooms for our little character, which is I think people would like that. We've already had them look at us. Let's just do this so I can see what I'm doing. I'd love if the tonic gave ingredients. The tonic giving spell energy, but I've got a half-hour tonic giving something every minute. Would you want it to put things on the ground? I suppose it's an idea. Could even every 5th thing be something on the ground? The whole idea, though, is a tonic Yeah, so I would. Again, I don't think they're going to change that too much because I think they'll keep those and just change it per event. The tonic. I think that's okay. I still think yeah. I don't know how they could actually put more spell energy on the ground unless they put it as character based rather than set point of interest spawn points. That'd be just like the tonic, but it'd be an invisible tonic so that every 15 minutes a spell energy would appear on the ground near you. You just got to be vigilant enough to pick it up. You could probably do something like that. Yeah. We're also on the hive mind, Dewey. I don't know who's on the hive mind with me at the moment. It's Riri and Foxtrot. I'm in a few different places. Let's turn this round. Let's get to that chat room there. There, so I can see that chat as well, so I don't have to keep looking at different places. Stay. YouTube. Yes, new lessons are gonna come. I think that's going to be a September thing. I think people, if it's not coming straight away, it's going to be a September thing, a new school term. And I think the go-to for that was September. So if that happens, I think that's going to be then. Kind of makes sense. Hey, CB. It's just that you see a lot of the rural players, like they've got the tonic. If they're not getting the spawns to pick up ingredients or spell energy, they're in a no-win situation unless they have friends. And they're not going to be able to send gifts, so they're going to be the receiver of gifts. So there is a way around it, but they won't be able to send. So it's an inconvenient friend. But they can send, well, they can send gifts, can't they? They can send the Fortress bus gifts. So there's something there. Yeah, I think September is the thing. I think we're still due. I still think we need another game or something to sidetrack us in Wizards Unite. Like most of the other games, like we've got the Night Bus and we got the sticker collection, that's about it. I think we need something else with a reward system around it, and even if it is like battling over fortresses or dueling or something, we just need that something, like, because we're learning all these lessons. It'd be nice to see something like that brought in, because at the moment we're creating our own battle system, and the only thing we have is a speed battle. So it'd be nice if they started just evolving that side of things. Yep. Anyway, what was the next thing that they mentioned? Who else? A way to gift specific ingredient. This is from Sonia Davis. A way to gift a specific ingredient you have in your vault to a friend. This will go with one of the other ones, whether you can actually build a level of friendship as well. So if you've built up a big enough friendship, you can actually have a different level of things you can gift. So that's another thing, yeah. So that comes to having pets as well. So you could have an owl, a rat, walking around with you, and so if you had an owl, that would pick up ingredients. If you had a rat, that would pick up spell energy. If you had a toad, it would pick up something else. Those you could do those type of things.
You think you could like send it out? Like, hey, owl, go search for, whatever.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
If you could say you could hold up to 3 pets, and each pets would do something different, but you'd have to somehow earn something or do something to actually motivate that pet to go out for say half an hour, and
Sure. Yeah.
that would be a fun thing to do. And then at least you can know you go to bed, send your pet out, and then when you wake up, they've returned after half an hour, or depends on how much you want them to go out for, to hunt for things. Yeah, you could do something like that, and then
Yeah.
that could evolve as you gain friendship with your pet, that they could actually battle with you if you want to go that far into it. There's something that could evolve. Yeah. Cool ideas. So that would be cool. But yeah, I'd like to see evolving the gifting, saying what you can gift. In a way, we already have that, because you can gift an ingredient, you can gift, and they do have pretty much those things in. So it's dependent on you what you gift. So if you're only going to gift if you want to gift red books, that means you've got to do the fortress battle and be lucky enough to get the extravagant. So yeah, I think what Sonia wants is in the game, but it's not as simplistic as what she'd like looking at that. So that's that one. What else have they said? Fortress returning energy after a battle as well. That is in the game if you've got a sponsored fortress. Yeah, someone's mentioned that. Miguel mentioned that. Do we want that in big fortress, in the fortress bus? There is an argument for it. If they want people to keep doing the fortress. So, but I can't see them doing it. Just because there's so many other ways to get spell energy. Well, yeah, don't know what other people think about that one. It could go either way. Memma Weasley, yeah, you want more in-game communication during Fortress, like buttons with text we can hit, or a signal for Magizoos for when someone is dead. Yes, it's a case. I think yes, we would all like it, but where would you fit it on the battle screen that's not going to interfere? I think that's one of the big thing. And it's got to be profession related. So you could have sort of like 3 or 4 little buttons on the left, and you've got to think of the size of them. So you'd have, was it heal me? No, not, yeah. Heal me, well, revive me. Probably you'd want. Give me focus. Hex my foe. Because you got to, it's got to be profession specific, because you can't have 6 or 7 things. Yeah. There's only so many things you can put on the screen, and knowing how many things we misclick already, like how many people go into the AR mode while they're battling accidentally. So there's the fat thumb syndrome we've got to be careful of. Yeah, but when you click the, or you got to say, yeah, I need focus, or hex my foe, and that'd be the same if you click on the professor, hex my foe, heal me. What's the other one? Yeah. So yeah. So and I suppose you ask for the charm as well. So it's getting to the point of how many things do you want? How many things do you want to be pressing? It's got to be something quick and simple, like ideally it should be just a one button thing. You don't want to be doing 2-3 buttons. Yeah. No, yeah, definitely about that. And it would only appear for the person who you sent the message to. If there's 2 auras, then you've got to just click on one aura. Yeah, see, that would make more sense if you've got 3 options on the left, and then just drag it. Okay, can I pick up some cheese slices? We'll make toasties. Yes, dear. Yep. I'll have to remember that. Someone remind me before we finish. Yeah, so yeah, that could work. Okay. What was the next?
What do you think about like more charms and hexes? And like the idea that, let's say, you know how each profession I think has 4 down at the bottom.
Yeah.
Let's say they bring 4 more, and you know it's part of a skill tree. Well, you can't take all 4 of them into battle, or all 8 of them into battle with you, right?
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
can pick some ahead of time. Yeah, I've heard that kind of toss.
I do like the idea. Like if a profession is going to have another 4, you'd be able to pick any 4 that you want. So that means
Right.
you will never be able to, in a team of 5, have every single spell available in a battle.
Exactly.
Because you'll always be either one profession that won't be able to do all 8. So it becomes a strategy-based thing then. Definitely if you're doing group battles with friends, you can arrange it to which ones you want.
Sure.
But when you're doing night bus, it becomes pretty much a free-for-all. I do like that. I do like it just adds a next level of strategy, which we don't really have.
Exactly. That's the thing. I think at this point we're also, you know, the people who play a lot, it's just become so repetitive, and everyone knows what the other professions are going to do, and there's no variety, I guess, unless you're playing with randoms. You never know what they're going to do.
Look, because what happen if they bring something, when they bring something out like that, the first couple of weeks will be just madness, because everyone will be just going in. There'll only be a few people that'll probably be able to learn all the lessons like that, and so they'll be the trailblazers. But of course, we don't know what type of lessons are going to be and how long it's going to take to actually acquire those, especially if they
Sure, because if we have a new currency, so to speak. Yep.
It would definitely make the game fun for a few months while we learn the new system. Yeah, that was just blow the mind of some of the players. Like people like Andelov would be in Element. We're trying to work out which ones.
Right.
And it will be an interesting time. I would love that. The new lessons, and you can only take 4 in.
Yeah,
It
for sure.
means that you definitely have to chat and work out which lessons to drop. It's you don't know, and I'd like to see some lessons actually be more powerful if they're actually used with another lesson from someone else. So if an aura, like at the moment, we've kind of got that where a professor can put a deck hex on something, and the aura, if they
Sure.
back bogey it comes off 43. I like that.
Right, right.
The spells can build up and be more powerful. That'd be cool.
Oh, nice.
It'd be good if sort of like, okay, the deck hex goes on, back bogey goes on, and then the magi can put something on that, and all of a sudden that's a super accumulative that's just been put on. I'd like to see something like that, because then that'll also come into the strategy. If you've got to drop spells, which ones would you keep?
Sure.
That would add to that in the team play type of things. Yeah. Good. Okay, what's next? That was good there. Keep the fortresses so people can use them. They've already said that the fortresses are going to stay. More foes in the towers. I think we're going to get that anyway, because we still got the Dark Witches. There was always 4 or 5 that we haven't seen. Because we haven't seen, like the Basilisks and the Dark Witches have only popped up once. So it'd be nice for them to come back and actually be a permanent, just to add variety. So second gold key. That's I'd like to see a second time around event where you could have a shot at finding foundables you missed during the past events. But then that goes back, CB, to this accumulation. Yeah, I can see the mending charm being dropped. But what if you've already been revived and you use a mending charm, you become immortal for 30 seconds or a minute. This is that type of thing where a spell on top of a spell would actually mean something else. So yeah, it would, as a professor, yeah, I'd drop it straight away. But if it becomes a powerful thing by using it with something else, then all of a sudden it's okay. What do you keep it, or do you make sure one of the professors, if there's 2 professors, has it, just so that the magi says, "Oh, I've just revived that," and then you can just throw on the mending charm, knowing that that person could be immortal for 30 seconds, and they could go in and bash the werewolf up, type thing, or whatever the new foes are. So yeah, but that's the kind of thing that I'm trying to get over, where the actual working in conjunction with another profession, then you could get the extra power or an extra benefit, and then it does become, what spells do you get rid of? But yeah, as I'd say, as a professor, the mending spell would go, because then you'll just rely on magic. All depends if the new lessons are actually more hidden bonuses as well. Professors at 50% health, they gain more power or something. There could be things like that hidden behind the thing as well. Like, because you've got to be over 5 focus to get extra bonus against werewolves or something. Just like more like the Magis have at the moment. It's another issue. But yeah, I'd like for the first 2 events that we had to get 100 family XP to rank up. Then I think I only got to rank 40 on them. Have a quick look. The first one, yeah, so you had to get 100 family XP. So I got to rank 49. Didn't even get to 65. So the Fantastic Flora and Fauna and the Potter's Calamity were both out of 100. So it'd be nice to see those again. How many brilliant events have we had? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 12. 12 brilliant events. That's a lot to repeat. That is a lot to repeat. I don't know whether they would do them all. Just for the complexity, especially the port keys for each of them. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people would like to see them repeated. But that's still a lot to repeat, so I don't think they will on that one. I'd like to see it, but I don't think they will. Okay. Watch Nick. That was that one. You can see what I do with that. Let's go. More levels for professions. I think that's gonna happen anyway, isn't it? I don't know what they mean. More levels for professions. It's only up to 15 at the moment. If we get new lesson plans, will they start from 15 to go to 30? We don't know. That's something we'll just have to wait and see. Unlimited gifts? No, there will always be a limit. Yeah, so there has to be balance. There'll always be a limit there for people who actually have to fight in Fortress, or they get nothing. Yeah, that's an issue at the moment. Yeah, people have to do damage. There's a... Yeah, you'd think there'd be something there to say they'll get rewards. Will they change it? Yeah, they could. Allow the BB... That's already possible. Tolerate. The ability to brew trace tonics with runestones to customize what pops up would be nice. That's an interesting one. They could probably do that over a week CB, or over 2 weeks, a 2-week event where each day would be a different brilliant event. But people would still complain, I think, if they don't get them all. I don't think there's a real... Yeah, DB, advanced potion making, so that when you brew your tonic, if you boost it, say with a certain number of a runestone, you can actually guarantee that to be spawning. That would work. No problem, Pat. It's okay. Yeah, that's. I think that's probably one of the best unique ideas I've seen. Advanced potion making. Because there are a few potions not in the game, but seeing that to actually guarantee what type of spawns you get. Of course, the only thing that would screw up would be the brilliant event, because you can't really brew your tonic for a brilliant event in advance. That would be an issue there that I'd have to work a way around. But in general, yeah, that's a good one. You would end up with a lot more potions, so you'd have to allow for a potion for each of the families for the tonics. Unless you could only do it in a flagged area. But yeah, I like that idea. That's a good idea. Brewing different tonics with the runestones. I do like that one. Yeah, that's growing on me. That's a next one. That's a good one. The ability to drop your coins on the map to attract nifflers for 30 minutes. I don't think it'll happen, but yeah, that's a funny one. Wish you could change professions on the fly in the night bus. Well, we can do it with 2 phones. I think you should be able to do that, but then I should also think there should be a time limit as well, because you don't want to keep swapping, because that could just be crazy. If there's 5 of you casuals going into a night bus and you all keep swapping, that's just asking for trouble. I think there should be some kind of time limit for that. Or just something to slow that down. Yeah, that's yeah, I think that'd have to be slowed down. That one. What else is there? How far down we got? A long way to go, haven't we? Yeah. Oh yeah, there we go. Buddies, owls, custom avatar, familiars. Wolf. What did I say? I said rat, owl, toad. I have a wolf. There's a couple there. There are a couple there. Yeah, that would be good. Access to the flu network and some flu powder, so those real players can go somewhere that will actually spawn. I think the flu powder was actually in the game for another game they had, where you had to collect flu powder somehow, and that was the Team Harry, Team Hermione and Team Ron, and you could battle the fortresses to claim them. So we know the flu powder is in the game. So that is there. That would be adding to a different thing that you could do in the game, but that type of thing's also in Pokemon Go, where you're battling the gyms. I forgot what they were called then. So it's how would they claim it? Because I had problems with that, with people hogging their gyms. So, and we've got a smaller player base, which would create a different issue. whether that's a viable option. Again, goes back to brewing here. A potion that doubles the challenge XP or instead of regular XP, or doubles family XP. In line with these tasks that we had in the events, again, this goes to which one's that? It's not Wizards Unite with Teams. Yeah. True, and that goes back. It's it's a hard one, isn't it? If trying to get people to unite against the calamity, but it's still a personal game. So, but then you've got the school-based. Yeah, so that, especially with these tasks that are coming out now, that's always something that people could brew in advance. They could make it so that it doesn't affect the actual prestige in a page, but it doubles your family XP when you're doing normal traces and returning confoundables. That would work. That would be okay. You can see people ending up with about 5 or 6 potions going. You'll have your family XP potions going, your Barufio, your double XP, your double this, your double that. End up with about 10 different potions going. Yeah. Poor game code, try to keep up with everything. That would, yeah, that would. Yes, promise there, I think. Something that could be built on. We've already discussed that one. Possibility to make contact with fellow wizards. I'd love to see ingredients and spell energy spawning on the map when you use tonic for trace detection. So again, we've touched on this. If this is where if you have the pets and followers, then yeah, that would do it. If you had the tonics, would it be every 5th thing would be a spawn on the ground or something? That's something to evolve and work on. Next one. Masterful cast equals guaranteed return, limited can conversation. Masterful cast guaranteed, that'll never happen. In the system, you've got to earn that. So if you're using the potent and you're level 60 and you cast the masterful, then you guaranteed it type thing. I think that's you have to earn that. Spell energy potion. That's the Felix potion. New lessons, more chambers, different professions. Okay. Different professions. Now that would shake it up a bit. A different profession. What if the next 3 lesson plan? Well, no, because we know. I don't think that's going to happen because the achievements say we're going to have a second lesson for these. And if we think about it, yeah, that's not going to happen. There may be something in the future. but the way the achievements are set up, there's going to be at least 3 lesson plans for each to get to gold. And that's the bare minimum. So I don't think we'll get another profession, because that would just totally screw things up. Hello, who joined the chat? Who was there? Let's have a quick peeky poos. It's Taz. Hey Taz.
Hey.
Hey, welcome back.
Yeah, I was gonna hit you up here because we could use a 5th, or if you have something else going on, though, no worries.
I'm actually live streaming at the moment. We're just chatting about.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. So we're just chatting at the moment. I'm just about the.
oh man, I wish I knew. I would have dressed better.
Yeah. So we're just going through some of the comments, what people have said actually on the Facebook page at the moment.
Ah, okay.
Oh, so yeah, a little discussion, see what's going on, see what people think. Yeah. So what's it? Memo Weasley, Orange Wizard said spell energy will stay on the map. I think quite a few things from what's happened during COVID-19 are going to stay. We'll definitely be keeping the night bus, they've said. And so Orange Wizard said spell energy is going to stay on the map.
Energy on the map is such a game changer, especially for people that don't have a lot of POI near where they live.
Yeah, that was one of the other things we was talking about the tonics. Actually, say if every 5th spawn from a tonic was a spawn on the ground, or they somehow incorporated something on the ground, because there's quite a few cases like there are ways to get plenty of spell energy because you can get it from friends, but if you are rural, you are limited to what you can spend. Not limited to
Absolutely.
receive, but you're only limited to 20. So was it 20 times 15 is the maximum spell energy you could receive if all of them were extravagant?
Right.
Which probably is enough, but in a real world, that's just not going to happen. Because everyone knows how hard it is to get extravagance these days. They've definitely nerfed that and made it harder to get extravagance. They've cottoned on there. But then that was one of the other ideas we had if we had pets. So if you could have an owl, a rat, or a toad, and as someone said on the Facebook, a wolf, you could actually send. After feeding the pet, you could send them out and they could go hunting for 30 seconds for a specific ingredient or a specific something on the ground, and one of them could be spell energy, one could be looking for potion ingredients, a different could be looking for something else, and then that way, that's another way of accruing ingredients or something that you need. So that...
Speaking of potion ingredients, I don't know about you, but it is a snowdrop drought over here.
Yeah.
Usually I have quite a lot. I'm at 0.
I've been okay. But that was just another way of trying to grab something. Like, even though things like snowdrops and those ingredients, you can, but you have to work for them, or you're time locked by the greenhouse. Timings for the greenhouse are crazy. Like 7 hours to to grow something is not convenient for a lot of people. You gotta really plan it, and for people working sort of like the 8 hour days, like 8 hour working, 8 hour leisure time, and 8 hour sleep, it's just not convenient. Because unless you're working in the home.
To show how often I don't use that greenhouse feature, because like I remember doing that and I could get 9 things of snowdrop and it would be 3 each, so it's like, hey, I got 27 snowdrop. I tried to do that like a month ago and I only got 9 single ones. I'm like, whoa, how long has that been a thing?
Yeah,
apparently that was a thing for a while.
Yeah. And that's the thing, you're kind of stuck, like, and 7 hours is just not a convenient time to do it, because you're unless you're relying on someone else to actually plant something for you. The only guaranteed one that you know that you could be there is the 24-hour one.
Right.
Or the 1 hour one, the snowdrops and a few of those. Then, as long as they're convenient for you. Yeah.
Well, there's a park not far from my house. If I really wanted to, I could plant more.
Again, it all comes down to the motivation. It's how bad
Right.
something. Like you said, you got the snowdrop thing. It's, you know where you can do it. You just it's a time and effort reward. You can either rely on it just spawning on the ground in front of you where you can't control it, or you can go and control it. It's going to cost you 50 spell energy, an hour of your time, or well, to wherever,
well,
whatever.
But during these events, that's the time to do that, because all the energy on the ground gives you 5 each.
Yeah, so it's you've got to be motivated to do it. Like I see people complaining all the time about it, but if there's something that you can grow, you cannot blame the game because it's there for you.
Right.
The only part you can blame is if you can't get the seeds. So that's probably the biggest. If you can get the seeds, then you can't blame the game because you've been given everything. That the opportunity to grow something is there. You've got to make that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, in spite, Annie just said that she had the same issue. She had a snowdrop drought.
Well, and now I have the unicorn hair drought. This is the first time I've ever had 0 since I started playing. You know, before the night bus, I always made sure to have, you know, the invigoration potions brewing, because I did primarily solo only as a professor before night bus came. Night bus came, I started playing on the hive mind, and it's like, okay, I don't need to use these potions anymore, so I'm not picking up those ingredients, and I'm brewing more potent. Now it's like, okay, I'm out of unicorn hairs. Once upon a time, I had like 50 of them. Where'd they go?
Oh, what was it? I got 146 snowdrop at the moment. 6.
Oh, man.
I know. So it's what's the other one? Unicorn hair. I've got 4.
That's closer to my number.
Yeah. So, but that's because they're a 12-hour brew. That's okay. But the thing is, I've got how many port keys to open? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I've almost guaranteed at least 1 or 2 minimum there. Well,
it's really nice when I have 3 of the, you know, Paramount port keys going, and it's like, whoa, I just got 30-something unicorn hairs in one go here. Doesn't happen a lot, but it's happened before.
That's Christmas when something like that happens. It's just, oh yeah, I don't have to worry.
It's Christmas in June.
Yeah, well, it is winter here, so it feels like it sometimes.
Winter. Oh, that's right. You're in Australia, right?
Yeah. So we've got big rains. It's sunny at the moment. The sun just found its way out. Yeah,
and your time zone's farther than me. You're in the future.
Yeah. It's 1 p.m. Just past 1 p.m. here.
Ooh.
We don't have. I open a lot of port keys. There's one issue I don't have because I'm always walking and working. I work outside.
Yeah.
Keys is not an issue. I say I've got 7 there to open. And one of them's a 2.5. It would have been the 5K. Most of them are the small ones. But it's not unusual for me to walk 6 to 8 of them a day. So I'm always turning them over. I've got a nice little set there. I didn't do anything yesterday, and that was Sunday. And I still managed to get a few. So I am, pretty lucky that way.
Well,
So
like a month or two ago, there was this post on Reddit of somebody who was a nurse, and they showed like their before and after of their like 6-hour shift. Like, I just picked up all these port keys, and at the end, they're all ready to hatch, and it's not like they're using silver keys.
yeah, and that's
So,
the beauty of it, because I'm a guy,
mm,
and sort of like as long as I either have to have the phone off in my pocket, and then Adventure Sync would work, but more often than not,
right.
I have the phone open, and as long as you keep activating with the server, I find you get a hell of a lot more distance. Yeah, and you work through the port keys a hell of a lot quicker. I think I did a video on it when I was walking up and down once. The more you activate with the server, the more distance you get in. It's a lot better than Adventure Sync. And I don't think people realise with Adventure Sync, yeah, it does distance, but it doesn't calculate it exactly the same. Whereas if you're doing it, playing the game and walking up and down and keep activating with the server, even if you're going backwards and forwards, because you keep opening the server activating, it actually counts more distance. Hey Natura, how you going?
You know, I had a funny experience with Adventure Sync the other week when I went to the gym. I have the Apple Watch,
Oh yeah.
and I went for a few laps in the pool, and I got out and I opened up my phone, and I had these 3 Paramount port keys hatch. I'm like, what? How? I just put those in, and I didn't realize it still counted when the phone wasn't moving. I guess it still tracks it on your watch.
Yeah, well, I've got the Fitbit,
Mm-hmm.
and it's connected, so I know I do get the distance calculated, but I just don't. I probably need to do a proper test, but I don't feel it actually counts everything that I've done. It's just that feeling that every time when I've tried to look at it, I don't. But I find if I have the phone open and playing, I do a hell of a lot more. Like I played the other night, and I just did my normal loop, and I opened 3 port keys. Whereas if I had the phone off and I did that loop, I'd only open the one because you'd only have one going. So I think having it open while you're playing is the best way of doing it. Whereas if you have the phone off, you're only going to open, because you've only got, depending on how many you've got activated with the keys, you're only going to open that many. That makes sense?
Right.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. So for me, having the game open, I can do one after the other and probably do 3K and open all three of them. Whereas if I just had a 1K going and I was walking around with just using Adventure Sync, after I've done that walk, I'd only open that one. So
So here's a question. Do you think they're going to go back to the original distances or keep it where it's at?
ooh, I would like them to keep it as it is because it's better for us. Would they? I think for them it's better to go back and then just have the half distance for events. For
What? But if it's couldn't the argument be made though that you would use silver keys more often if the port keys are getting unlocked quicker though? So how would it be better for them?
because they can control it. That if they have the event, it's half, or you'd be more inclined to use the keys to get them through quicker if you're limited to how many that you can do in that time.
Oh, Oh, I see. So maybe in the event they're selling more keys than they would overall if they were just halved over time. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah. So only they would
Yeah.
they would have the stats and numbers.
Well, I know I bought silver keys when I this was back before they did the mini prestige thing with the green stars. Because I wanted to get all those port key things maxed
Yeah,
out
yeah,
on that gold page.
yeah. So you'd have bought the
But
keys and
now it's a lot easier. You don't need as many silver keys because they roll over.
yeah. So that brings back to the stats. Would they go back to having full distance, and then if
Mhm.
they had the event, you'd be more inclined to use the keys to speed them up.
Right.
Yeah, it's only they would have the numbers, and it's of course it depends on what the reward is for opening them up. Would it be worth it? And for that event that we did and use the silver keys for, it's the personal choice. Yeah, you would. Like there's quite a few times I've used silver keys, but more often than not, you don't really have to buy silver keys. Very rare that you have to buy silver keys because if you're grinding, you're picking them up. Like I think I've picked up a couple already this week. What am I on? Silver keys.
So I was looking at that graphic.
I'm at 18.
They
Yeah.
released today.
Yeah, which one?
Oh, the graphic they released today when they announced, "Hey, we're gonna tell you what's going on next month."
Oh
with
yeah,
new
yeah.
features coming up.
Yeah, yeah.
And my first thought looking at that graphic was maybe a raids mechanic was coming up because you had 3 people casting a spell at one foundable, right?
Well, this comes into those other bits in the fortress bus at the end on the registry page.
Right.
If say a Draco comes up on the raid, everyone can battle it type system, like what they have in Pokemon Go. They have the raid boss, and up to 20 people can battle it. Maybe
Mhm.
I think.
Well, that'd be interesting. I hope if they do that, they make it so that you can do it online, like kind of like the night bus. Because if it was a local only thing, like they had the Pokemon Go raids for the longest time, there's just
Yeah.
not an active player base where I'm at
No,
for
no.
Wizards Unite.
Yeah, we were
So
talking about the player base on some of the things. It's just not feasible. So it'd have to be
right.
on the night bus or a version of the night bus. Like we at the moment, we go up to Dark 5. There'll be something
Yeah. Well,
that would activate, and yeah, you'd have to pay for the raid or actually.
well,
that,
there's
yeah.
interesting things they could do, right? You could buy a raid bus pass or whatever, and it
Yeah.
would drive you to Nocturne Alley or wherever,
Well, this is
Not
where it's where the flu powder comes in as well.
that would be fun.
Yeah. And it's sort of like you're using the flu powder, but you don't know which one of those bosses you're going to go to. You're just going to get grouped into a group of 20 that you're waiting in a lobby. As soon as you get a group of 20, you go to one of the bosses, but you can't choose which boss. That would.
Or maybe they can get access to your microphone and you have to like clearly say where you want to go, and if you mess it up, you don't go where you think you're going to or something. That might
And then
be interesting.
and if you say it wrong, you end up going to somewhere else, and you've got a bigger boss.
You're at the Nocturne Alley.
I always
Fire
thought they was going to do that with
place
the
or
port
whatever.
keys. I always thought they was going to do that with the port keys. That every now and again it'll come up with your port key's gone rogue, and it sent you to Nocturne Alley or somewhere, and you had to fight a couple of Death Eaters just to get back. And as a reward,
Yeah.
you'll get another.
Yeah, Tri-Wizard Cup port key. Stay away from that one, right?
Yeah. So something like that. That'd be cool. Something different.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. Inspired Annie said Pogo's keeping the half distance, so yeah, Woo probably wouldn't change, unlikely to change. Yeah. So Annie would think it would stayed the same.
Well, I know back in my Pokemon Go days, they like it was during an Easter event or something. They had something ridiculous like 0.25 kilometers for an egg.
Yeah. It's cute though.
Maybe they could do that for the community days if they want to keep the new distances full time. I don't know.
But they could quite easy. It's in this day and age, with COVID on, it's got to be a post-COVID thing to change that. I think. But then I don't know. Shorter distances, people could do those shorter distances in home quite easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's yeah. Would they do it? Would they do it? Yeah, they probably would. I think yeah.
Well, so here's a question for you. Do you think there's stuff that they do in Pokemon Go that you'd like to see done in Wizards Unite? Or do you think the game would be better off trying to do something that's more different?
They can use aspects of what they have in Pokemon Go, i.e., we could have different levels of friendship, which means we can trade things between us.
Mm-hmm.
That
and they give you like a boost in attack power or whatever, right? After a certain friendship level.
Yeah, and then also on top of that, we can have pets. We know there are pets in the wizarding world because we've got the owls, toads, and rats and stuff.
Yeah,
they can be brought in, as I said earlier, and do different things as well. So there's there's a lot of
movies.
Yeah.
My wife has been obsessed with nifflers, and she's like, "Can we get one of those?" I'm like, "That'd be a terrible pet. Why would you want that?"
Well, someone on the Facebook said if what they would want to do is say put 30 coins on the floor so that you could guarantee nifflers coming to your place for 30 minutes or something. so I'm like, yes, you can see, but not really. But then if you changed it to having, that was another thing we said, actually being able to brew tonics, but actually put a runestone actually with the tonic so that you can guarantee more of that family with a tonic. Now that would be an interesting thing to add.
I want to go back to what you said about the 30 coins for the niffler.
Yeah.
That's an interesting concept. It'd be maybe he could find random stuff for you, like a potion or a dark detector or something.
Yeah, but that comes back to actually having pets, and you can send out a pet for 30 minutes
right.
to go looking for those. Like if a niffler was your pet, then you could probably send it out and it might find a gold key.
Oh.
A key. The things or it could find coins for you.
Mm-hmm.
So the pet would define what type of thing you would get. So you could send the owl out and it could get spell energy for you because it's a lightning bolt be from the sky type thing. So a toad would be on the floor and it could get you ingredients, especially sort of like weather type. So each of the pets would find something or do something different. So you can't just say 30 minutes. You've got to wait for that 30 minutes before you send out another pet. But then you have to feed that pet or give that pet something to actually go looking for something.
Well, I know when the Nintendo DS was, really popular, they released that Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver thing, and like you could have a Pokemon buddy kind of follow you around. Yeah. That'd be cool if you could kind of see that in this app, like an owl flying around you or a niffler. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, and just totally personalize it. And no, I'd love to. So like we've got the little interdepartmental flying around, having something that's owls flying around or walking around. Yeah, it would be kind of.
Yeah, I'd want to dress them up too. Put like a like a Hufflepuff tie on or something.
Well, that was one of the other things that someone said, like those rewards that are not in the game at the moment. Like at the moment, we can do everything on our portrait, but most people would like to, dress up mini-me type thing, as we call them.
Yeah,
That'd be cool. Yeah, it's just nice, different hat, different coat. Yeah, and that'd be cool. I think if people would spend a lot of money on it, but I think some people would just to personalise it. And then if you saw yourself in the battle, you wouldn't have different people. You could actually see yourself in the battle, especially if there's 20 people, and you'll be slightly different. It'd probably take a bit of rendering for them to do. It's only mobile phones, but yeah, that would be cool. That'd be fun. Okay,
Yeah.
Sounds like who's in here? Pat and Daryl. Yay.
Gents, how are you?
Hey, we're good. We're just chatting. Not really playing, but chatting. What level? Just going to see what people have mentioned as ideas in the Wizards Unite Facebook group, the 80,000 plus one. New mystery gifts. A mystery gift with keys, dark detectors, coins earned randomly with fandables or picked up like ingredients. So we already get that though. New lessons. So this is probably what quite a few people want, was being able to invite friends into a wizarding challenge.
Oh, that would be really cool. Could like do maybe a code so that your friends could find you on the same bus.
Yeah.
And the other thing that we're falling into is when we're doing speed runs, we kind of like to shuffle up the order so that we have, the Magi in the red seat, and then the R's, and then the two professors at the end, and whoever's in the gold seat, they do proficiency, just to make it kind of easier to know who to pass focus to. It'd be cool if you could kind of control that before going in, so that if somebody gets out of the lobby, comes back in to reshuffle the order, somebody else doesn't come in and mess it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So if you could do something like that, that would work brilliantly.
There.
Now, I think that's something that people would say, yes, well, we'll do that. That's a good thing.
Mm.
That's a positive step. And what else was there? What was the next one? Yeah, so that's someone just saying they want to battle with their husband using a code. They don't like looking for each other.
Wouldn't they just battle with their husband anyway? You don't need codes to battle with your husband.
No, I know. You can throw things at each other. Charms and hexes, yeah. Active potions on your screen all the time. Yeah, okay, that's one of the, probably the bugs thing. Like, if you've got an active potion, sometimes you can't actually see them. Yeah, Pat, still on the stream.
Are you on the stream? Oh, okay. So I know if I can swear or cannot swear.
Buggered if I can.
As long as you solemnly swear.
I solemnly swear that I'm certainly up to no good.
Yeah, well, that's right. That's about right then.
I think I'd like it if I knew how much focus I had while I was engaged in a foe.
Yeah.
It would be nice if you can come out and you can see which foe has like a flag on it that it has been hexed by what. And you can glance at it and know exactly which one you need to do for your teammate.
Yeah. There's some creative people on Reddit that kind of do those suggestion features and they make it look all nice. I've seen some of them kind of like what you were saying, Pat.
You do realise if you put your finger actually on a hex, it actually dims all the foes that already have that hex. Only the ones that you can hex or charm are actually highlighted.
See, like one of the things that I just got yelled at. Too much.
They what?
And they like the focus is waiting for them, which is not. So you kind of, I mean, my problem is scanning the room when you come out, you're 5 seconds. I'm not even saying 3 seconds because Ando is 3 seconds. Mine is 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I have to know which one Valky's going to be in next. Valky's a professor. Which one that the Laura, the mage, is going to be in next. So I hex just one over. And that's a lot in 5 seconds, huh?
Yeah.
Especially when you've got more than 10 on the screen, it does become a bit of a. Yeah, your eyes have got to be quick. And we're getting.
Yeah, because I have to upgrade my chip.
Yeah, more alcohol.
Just like the other night.
Yeah,
That's right.
you just got to grease the wheels a bit. Yeah. You hear the churning going on in the background. Woo.
I think the wheels have well and truly come off by then.
Confusion, weakling, I don't know. Just use them both. As long as it stops Daryl complaining. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now we know why Valky is prof.
Yeah. I told you. Always a different skill for me. It's yeah.
I kind of wish I saved all my restricted books up there.
Yeah. Well, there'd be worse.
Sounds like more or less.
Who was that just joined? Who else just joined? Oh, just Verdugo. Hey. We're actually on the live, just to remind you, just in case you do unmute and.
Oh, you didn't change the name of the
Nah.
bus.
No, I didn't. They're gone. Okay. Where were we? What was the next one? What was the next thing on the list? Let's have a look.
Wow, you have a list?
I'm going down the comments on the Facebook group because Gareth was asking if ideas, so I was just looking at seeing what other people were saying. In the fragment count, when you're encountering a trace, include a green star if it has been placed. Yep, that's something that can be done. So if you say encounter, say a Hagrid, because I've got the green star there, it would have a green star actually at the top of the fragment count. Yep, that'll be something that's a quality of life improvement, really. I don't think it should matter, really, because in theory it should be returning them all anyway. Potions that work like hexes from different professions. Well, that'd be just that would be something that would come with new lessons. Community days permanently 24 hours. Yeah, that's a good one. We would all like that. Of course, when they're not. Problem with them being 24 hours.
Well, you can only do so far because with the 24 hours community, they usually mean that's the end of that page, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's what it is at the moment. Like before, we could get to struggle to get to gold. Yeah.
Not for the casual players, for the active players. When you have that, you usually finish that page, go, and you're done, and dusted.
Oh, here's one that's asking for trouble. Ability to kick people who are delaying the start at a fortress.
You make it work. I have
That's
first-hand experience. I do time run to do competitions. And one of my mate has a Android that has this 5-6 second lags, and the lags not just get in the chambers. It's a lag to get out of one hole, get into another. Is a 5 or 6 second lag.
Yeah.
So you have to decide: is he your mate or?
Yeah, that's one that
If
could.
he's a really good mate, then you rent him an iPhone and say, "Here."
It could just lead to trouble. In the end, you're asking. You are asking for trouble because if you kick someone, you might not have a team. It's like you kick someone else could kick someone else. In the end, it just becomes a kickathon, doesn't it? Really, it's sort of like that's just
So is that like a thing for all Androids or just certain models or what?
I'm just gonna go to the toilet. I'll be back in a sec.
Certain models, and they have the same thing. It just you have to make them wait in the room selections because they don't have lag from there. Once they're in and the lag is gone, it's the same. And these are not cheap phones; they're expensive Android phones.
Yeah. So I was gonna say I doubt it's like a hardware issue, right? So is it?
No, it's software?
Oh,
Ooh.
I guess they didn't think Wizards would use Androids or what?
I think maybe people who doing the game, shouldn't the interface be their job, not Android's job?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know anything about software, so it's not like I can
Sounds
say
like
it's
a
easy to fix with that.
disgruntled player.
Yeah. But that's not fair to people on Android. And there's several people that have put quite a lot of money into the game, and if
Yeah,
coding
it's-
is that
I
they're
understand on the other side as well. When you don't have a lot of time, you found each other on the bus. You have only like 15 minutes to put in a couple games, and you spend half the time waiting the guy to find the chamber because he's slow getting in it, and the randos keep getting there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I get it.
That's when kicking the rando out, would work, but it's still.
But that would be fixed if you have a room that you can QR code or you can fix as private or something. You can mess around in there yourself. Wouldn't that change the lag problem? But that's the structure of the game.
Yeah.
Speaking of randos, you guys see on that graphic they released today where they had the 3 wizards casting spells at the hippogriff? You can tell which one's the rando because he's doing Alohomora.
I haven't actually looked at it,
You
but yeah.
that pass. You would catch that. You
Didn't see that,
rando.
but yeah.
Awesome, man.
Yeah. Okay. So who's in there? Alright. So what was the next one on the list? Have a quick look. Oh yeah, I see what you mean, yeah. There you go.
Unless he's
Like
trying to
guys.
unlock a shackle that we can't see or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What's the next one? Managing gifts more efficient.
Remind me to have coffee before practicing with Ando.
Okay. This Leopoldi Kitty. Managing gifts more efficiently, i.e., sending multiple gifts all at once with a checklist type system. What? So basically, I think they're thinking clicking on all your friends and then send 8.
That's a lot of programming.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather use the valuable resources in making the game better.
Yeah. Well, that was my comment. Fix bugs. Yeah, like we still got.
We still got.
I've said it a few
lobby
times.
In the fortress, we get
Yeah.
kicked out of the fight every 5 seconds when there's a shift in
Yeah.
Wi-Fi signal.
Like we've got that one. For some of the beta players, we've only in our achievements we've only got 2 out of 10 for the mystery items found. So we're still on bronze.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
That's me.
So just there's some of these bugs that need to be fixed, especially if they keep saying, "Oh, the mystery stuff gonna be advanced." That needs to be fixed.
There you're clicking.
So yeah.
Are you driving?
No. Just putting away my lunch.
Oh.
Finished now.
Oh, you're on Monday with me. That's right.
That's right.
Tell me why.
Okay, so it's the first one. Someone saying it's not on their phone, but then it's the way of the world. Yeah. More frequent and more types of oddities on the map.
More keys, more golden keys.
Yeah.
Did you say more types
Yeah.
of oddities on the map? That's what somebody requested.
Yeah, more frequent and more types of oddities on the map.
Maybe
Bro,
You-
these days.
I liked how they experimented with the poacher, having the professor be proficient against it.
Yeah.
That might be interesting. Have different oddities that are proficient for different professions.
Yeah. Yeah. They need to do that.
They need to make
Another
oddities.
dragon event.
Well, that's the big one, isn't it? Get
Oh,
dragons from overseas across.
Yeah. I think they're just keeping that for hype special occasions. Dragons. Like, was it I'm gold.
Virtual com day.
Yeah, like as dragons go, like I'm gold on the local one, and I'm still picking up the eggs from the 10Ks.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm still getting the eggs on the oddities 4. It's just that I haven't got the other two overseas dragons at all. So, like, we were lucky in Australia, dragon wise.
Yeah, we are. We got it in Asia too. We get it to
Yeah.
go, man.
Yeah. So besides that,
I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion or not, but I'd be happy to see energy gone from the port keys.
I would be happy to see the Fortress Foundable gone from port keys.
Mhm. Well,
Well-
those ones are more valuable than they used to be since they nerfed the fortress stuff with Fragment Gate.
yeah. I suppose
Right.
this comes back to that other thing we were talking about near the beginning about spell energy. Like if you get rid of it from the port keys, they've obviously put it there for a reason. So you still need maybe they should put it as a reward in the night bus, even if it's just 1 or 2 for each battle you do.
Were
Yeah.
they trying to help with because of lack of people being able to go to inns? So they put it in there so that people that are stuck at home can
Yeah.
have a high chance of getting stuff.
Because we already know you can get it. You can get them from sponsored fortresses. So to put it in a night bus, it probably should be there, especially at the moment. Even if it's just a small number, 1 or 2, just keeps them ticking over, so they can probably do the extra battle.
But
But with the 5 energy bar on offer everywhere, I mean, it's well. If you're stuck in quarantine still, I'm fine with that. But if you can get out a little bit, like yesterday, I'm halfway done in my energy, and that's a big energy vault, almost 2,000. I filled it up in a couple
Yeah.
hours driving around the city.
Oh yeah, I don't have too many problems. Like I'm 626, so and I was almost out last night. So just on today running around what I did this morning, I've filled up. So I think it depends on where you are though. If you're rural, then you are going to struggle. Like I've got plenty of scope. Just looking at that to fill up.
Wow, somebody got nice birds.
That's me.
Yeah.
Oh, birds are.
But it's raining, so it's kind of crap.
Okay, the next one. Chocolate frog cards. The thing is how.
That's from
Yeah,
that's from the thing that James used to do.
Carrie Ellen. Chocolate frog. How would they put them in though, and what would they do? Because that goes back to one of those other issues that people were saying about the Secret album. I think was it Professor S mentioned this in the Wizards Unite Hub article he did. Like the sticker album would have been perfect for
Lessons. Amen.
the chocolate frog cards.
Lessons.
Yeah. So that would have been the perfect way to do the sticker album because it's a natural collector's type thing, frog cards. So now, if they do bring them in, it'd be how would they do it and what would they show? Which is it's a bit hard to overhaul the whole game now. So the chocolate frog cards. That would probably be ways of doing it. A fanable page. But what would that come under though? Which one would that be? What family? It's not magical creatures, not dark arts, Hogwarts, no legends.
Games and sports and candies.
Or mysterious artifacts.
Yeah.
It might come under mysterious artifacts or wonders of the wizarding world.
Or you just have each one has the cards, so each section has its own cards that you collect. So its own page.
Yeah. So they could get them in different suites. That would be a lot because was it $30? The chocolate club. Yeah. So yeah. It would be wonders or mysterious artifacts. I think wonders. Because they've got the puking pastels in there. Yeah, so they got a few options on that one. Pastels here in wonders. Yeah. Weasley's Wizarding Wheezes. The 4th page of wonders. Because you've got the dirigible plum in there as well. That would probably be the more of a natural fit. Okay, what was next? Well, let's say more lessons. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, people wanted to see the number of foes defeated by each member of a challenge. Probably self-defeating, really, because it just creates resentment against the person. So I don't think that'll ever come in.
Everyone's got their different roles anyway, so
Yeah. This one's an interesting one. Would like to see the number of foes adjusted when someone leaves the challenge, so you're not stuck with with more foes remaining. So if you've got 21 with 5 people, someone leaves, you don't stick with 21. It'll go down to say 18. That would be
Wouldn't it be
hard
better
to do.
to punish the one that jumped the tower?
Yeah, but I think that'd be too hard to do.
Random if they jump off, you can't be in Fortress anymore that day, so they don't jump.
You can't.
they just remain in that dark 5 by themselves, and they can't even restart the game. Every time they restart the game, they have to defeat the dark 5
until you kill all of them.
That's right.
Yeah, Dewey. Dewey Dewada just said people will try to fight the non-proficient foes as well, just to get their count up. So, that is, a very defeating issue.
What about having an elite counter next to it, so everyone, with randos, you can see how many elites they've got, and then you can let them...
Whoever spends the most energy fighting the foe gets an elite.
I think they have enough trouble trying to get things on the screen as it is. I think we need to probably take things off the screen. They have trouble trying to do the count. People have different number of foes. Yeah, I don't. I think it's getting to the point where to start actually trying to make it easy for the programmers.
Yeah, yeah. I'd say that's a good thing with the new team and all,
Like, especially when you see some people in their battles, all of a sudden they end up with -3 foes, and what's going on? So,
Just do good things and don't muck it up. Don't
mm,
take away things you already given. Indian giver is not a good thing for games.
yeah. Okay. Port key queue. Queue in your port keys.
What's that mean?
Yeah. Well, basically, instead of having to do unlock one each one at a time, you can actually say this is the first, second, third, fourth. So that as soon as one unlocks, it goes straight to the next one. You don't get your you get your port key message. It will appear, but if you're doing something else, I think that what I was saying to Taz earlier, like I could go out walking with my game on and open up 3K's worth of port keys one at a time. But if I had Adventure Sync on, I could only open one when I opened the game. Whereas if I queued them up, as soon as one's walked, it would go to the next one. So I could open up all three when I stopped. So that is something. If you could queue your port keys and say this way, then yeah, that is a good thing, because then that would mean those that are on Adventure Sync could just go from one to the other, whereas they have to stop, open up the game, open up that one port key, and load another one, which is self.
Well, more so do
because
it
you
for
might as
your,
well.
for
Yeah,
your golden key anyway, rather than
yeah,
the silver one.
yeah. So yeah, if you could queue your port keys, yes, I like that one. Then that means I wouldn't have to open my phone, and I'd be just when I'm working, the Adventure Sync would just go bang, 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 and do them all for me. But then that makes you lazy, doesn't it? Yeah, I think the whole idea of the game is to actually activate the phone. Yes, Seawolf. Need to adjust this. I think it's just certain phones. The size of the screen on certain phones means that you end up with those foes at the top that actually hide behind the wizards. So yeah, they need to. That's one of the bugs they need to fix. Because there's obviously a render where they fit things on the screen, all the foes on the screen, but the top ones basically underlap the 5 wizards. So yeah, that needs to fix. I don't know how they're going to fix that without changing the size of something. So it is a bug. It's a visual bug, and we know there's quite a few in the game, but that is one of the annoying ones where you can't actually see those ones that are actually under wizards at the top. Yeah, it's one of those bugs. Well, yeah, another annoying bug is when you get the little focus dots in the middle of the screen where they've gone down to the bottom properly. It's another one of those dodgy ones. Okay, what was next? Wand construction with bonuses. Basically, they want the wands to actually have more relevance in game.
Ah, that would be nice.
Yeah, that would be yeah.
But that would mean requiring you have to buy a new one, probably.
Well, I suppose you would actually gain sort of like kinship kinship with your wand. So over time, the more you use that wand, the more it will do what you want. It's like with the Elder Wand, the ownership of a wand. So you gain 100% ownership of a wand the more you use it, and you could, at certain levels, you could do more with it, and some of your spells become more powerful. That's probably something that's got merit. So the more you grind, the more you become attuned at one with the wand. The wand becomes part of you. Yeah, that's something that could be brought into the game. That probably should have been something that was there at the beginning. So that yeah, while you're not in full attunement with the wand, you only get 10% Protego as you gain at oneness with the wand, whatever they want to call it. Attuned with the wand, you actually gain more Protego strength and more attack strength. What do you guys think of that one?
Yeah. It's like improving. It's like those games that you have weapons that you can upgrade by putting jewels and stuff in them and making them better and use them more. You can make them like into silver, golden,
Yeah.
new title for one.
Yeah, because the thing is, a wand is just it's a set object. So adding stuff to the wand is not easy, but actually adding usage, mileage, or whatever, what do they call it, mana or something to the wand?
Something that's time capped.
Yeah, time capped, and basically you have to use it.
Yeah. You can't just buy something and put it in.
Yeah. It's yeah. That would be something that they could do. I don't know. Yeah, because it is in the wizarding world, because they say like the elder wand belongs to someone. You become at one with a wand. So yeah, it's in the lore. So that's something that could be added. Yeah, that's got promise, that one. What was next? Okay, we've done that. See, PvP house competition. This is where that few network and battling over fortresses comes into the house competition. It's
We can do this outside the game.
well, it's already in the game. It's just not. It's always been in the game code, that background game. But it was called Team Ron, Team Harry, and Team Hermione.
Yeah.
Basically, if you made it 4-way, so it's each of the houses. But then the other argument was, do we have the player base? Or the other thing is, you have a special weekend attacking. The fortresses become open, and it's the whole world. How many in a whole world can your school or class get for your, and have it that way? That would kind of work. So it's not something that's always set there, because it'll become too competitive, and not everyone can get to one. But if you have a local or some kind of competition as a world group,
You have
yeah. So you could actually turn your fortress into the colours of Slytherin, or I only say Slytherin because I'm Slytherin.
That would be cool. I was thinking with that, if you had a fortress and you had a separate chamber to do that, where for that individual chamber, that individual fortress, you put your colours on, and it's maybe based on either a point system fighting a foe, or like it's Voldemort or something, and it's either quickest time or most points scored against keeps it as like a little record, and then
Yeah, and then at the end of the competition, at the end of the fortnight, the time thing.
You should have the Dark Forces too.
Yeah.
Voldemort. And that's the fourth team.
Thank you, Seawolf.
Team Rocket.
Subscription. Team Rocket, yeah. I don't think you'll get Team Rocket. Thank you. Okay, so I've got to do another remote. Yay. Yay, another remote. Yay. Pride strong. Yeah, 'cause it's in the game code as Team Ron, so and the rewards could be that that means that everyone would have to be set in their school colours, because at the moment you can swap as you want your house colours. At the moment you can swap, so
Just change it so you can't swap.
yeah, so they'd have to be set for the weekend type thing. If you knew it was coming up, everyone would actually be there. So yeah, you could do that. That would be.
There's no need to swap. I mean, have any of you
Just
guys
set it.
swapped recently your houses? I mean, once
No.
you're in a house, you tend to stay there.
Yeah, but because you can swap quite easy, it should be one of those set things. Once you've picked your house, you
Yeah.
have to be time locked into that for at least a certain amount of time. And there'd be whoever wins that competition would have some kind of house benefit for a short period of time. That'd be cool. Because I don't think it'd have to be a continuous thing. It'd have to be a time locked event, just to keep it special. And then sort of like around the world, it'll be something like 5 house points for each house that actually had the quickest time or held that at the end for the longest amount of time.
If you're going to do a world thing, what you want to do is have a sorting hat where it randomly generates your house, so people don't just all choose Gryffindor or whatever. And then done like that, and then it can change and regenerate, randomise which house you're in for another event. Unlock rewards for those teams.
Yeah, it depends on I think at the beginning of each event, you change house. It's kind of like you kind of become proud of your house. I think just like in Pokemon Go, you've got the 3. Here you've got 4. I don't know. I don't think anyone's done a poll recently of what house everyone is. So it'd be kind of interesting to see how even that split is of active players.
Yeah, have a difficult foe that most people will fall, and then when you win, you get a badge.
Yeah, but as I say, if you're battling a foe, it's either you're the quickest time, or you've held that fortress for the longest time.
Yeah, like the old Pokemon gym. Yes.
Yeah, and if it's just time locked,
You have to bring down Abe Blissey.
yeah, if it's time locked within that 48 hours or a week, whoever owns it would get the points at the end. That's probably the only way it would work. It'd have to be time locked. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's a good one. We like that one. What was next? New professions, maybe potion, poison. Well, that'll be new profession hexes. That'll come with the lesson plans, I reckon.
That would be difficult.
Oh, here we go. A tutorial system. A step-by-step onboarding for new wizards to learn how to play in fortresses. Depends on how long it would take, because I think people would get bored. But yeah, having access to a tutorial would be good. And even if they do it so that you have to access their own community website to actually see a tutorial, that would kill 2 birds at one. Okay, be linked to their community website, and they'd actually see a tutorial on how to battle. So there's things there. Of course, there is actually in the help in the game a how to battle tutorial already, but no one knows it's there.
Oh. Just drop by here and do a pickup game, or go to your nearest bus station and get some pickup games. That's how best you learn.
Yep. Okay, this person being able to delete port keys. No, that's never gonna happen.
No,
No.
that ain't never gonna happen. Well, the next best thing is you walk with your friend who plays with you, and he tells you what it is,
Yeah.
and then you pick up or not pick up.
Dazzy would like to see who cast what. You could probably work that out, especially for Professor with the green dots.
People doesn't realize the port key, Valki, that in order, because I opened a lot of port keys, in order for you to get a 10K, it's like the game knows. You have to open so many 2Ks, and then
Yeah.
5Ks, and then they'll start giving you 10Ks.
Yeah.
It's a cycle of you opening the port keys.
Yeah. And I normally find if I'm saving 10Ks, you build up 10Ks quicker somehow. I don't know if it's just me. Like, I'd have a 10K there, and I'll be walking the twos. And eventually, you can... I've
You start
a few
accumulating.
rows of 10Ks before, and if you're saving them, they seem to build up. I don't know if it was just me or not. Might be just me.
I've been opening them the past 2 days. It's like the city reopened, and I'm back to the same I used to do. And during the quarantine, I hardly would get any 10Ks. Hardly. I mean, 1 or 2 a week. Today,
Yeah.
after 2 days opening port keys, I have 6 sitting in my vault right now.
Oh wow! That's you get one or two, and you seem to you become a magnet for
But
them.
in between, I was opening a lot of the 2Ks in a row. I mean,
Yeah.
I opened 4 or 5 of them at the same time together.
Yeah.
And that I seem to find more 10Ks. I'm just saying the common cycle, and it's a predictable cycle. If you open a lot, you find a lot. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. You actually find less though during the events. I find.
Yeah, you less.
Yeah.
You don't find normal things during events when they skew the spawn. Just
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah. So if you want to
It's
get
not a good time
10Ks,
to be
wait till
doing
after the
DD.
events. Yeah. I noticed that.
Just wait
Yeah.
for the wait for the few days between events.
What is that?
You usually got 2 or 3, right? Usually.
Yeah. Okay. What else is the next? The ability for professors to pass focus. But that might come in the new lessons as well. That becomes part of that strategic. If you can only have so many lessons, would you want the aura to have that, or the professor to? Yeah, that becomes. Yeah. So if all 3 professions could pass focus, you'd still want the aura to have it, wouldn't you? Just because the aura given to professor seems to be the best use of the giving. Especially
auras love to give.
especially at early gameplay. I suppose after the professor has put up all the charms and hexes. Well, no, because the debt hex still takes 3, doesn't it? But you'd want the magi to be able to give after they've put up bravery. If everyone's defended,
Do double bravery.
it'd be the magi that you'd want to be able to use past.
Double proficiency. Second time is 10 focus.
a daily log or a journal of the foundables that you've returned. Well, they have that in Pokemon Go, don't they? You have the log, the journal of what you've caught. So
Yeah.
it's probably not too hard. The closest we've got to that is actually on the friends list. Because you can see if the bloody gifts weren't in the way, you'd be able to see what people were returning. But because of the gifts, you can't see it. And of course, on the friends list, you can't actually see the actual your friend's avatar. So it's not worth doing all those bloody things to it because no one can see it. All those things
I mean,
give
ultimately,
you.
they need more chambers with high runestones, high challenges. I mean, if teams are 5
Well,
without
they
any
have up to
potions,
11, right?
yeah, if they're beating Tower 5 with 6 minutes to go with no
I
potions.
mean, a chamber
It's,
that really can kill you if you're not strong enough. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? A certain death that you have to achieve by achieving the second lessons. And
Yep,
if
so
you
they-
even
they-
attempt to go up there, you would use so much resources that you'd be slapped down.
That's right, and then you need your lesson plan completed to actually master
Yeah.
that level. But in the interim,
Yeah.
you're trying to do it. You'd be using as many potions as you can, or you need to get all your lessons up to date.
Yeah.
Because at the moment, it is just too easy with 5.
Yeah. Yep. But that'd be something, yeah, to evolve. Who's in the chat that I haven't mentioned before? Just saying who's in the chat. Commander Root, Seawolf, Diwata, EB Cash. Welcome. I don't think we've seen you before. Pat, Gotham, and Natura. Welcome. Anyway, back to the next one. Night bus codes to group. Yep. So most of these are repeating now. More lessons. A reminder for the greenhouse items that you've planted.
Is this a holiday, Valky?
No, my car was misfiring, so I've taken the morning off and I've repaired.
Sorry, I meant to ask because this is not a normal Valky stream time.
No, it's just at the car, and it's raining as well. So here, I don't normally work when it's raining. But let's have a look.
How far is the park that you play in from your house?
You can see it actually on if I turn. So I'm there. Okay, that's
I see.
that's the TAFE that I can go to. Or that's the park.
Okay, not far at all.
Not far at all. No.
That's not.
My route. I walk down to that fortress. You can see where the road goes. You can actually cut across there. And I go to out of those ones there. I walk up to the top one. I do the loop.
Yeah.
Then I go down to the road at the top, do the loop, and then there's another loop that goes up where the two little lines are, where the two greenhouses are, and go up there and do another loop at the top there. And that can give me nearly 200, 250 spell energy. And that's not including the stuff on the floor.
And the good exercise.
Yeah. So, yeah. And that's without even going that way. Like that way, it's got 5, 6, 7 things in each of the actual fortress. Whereas on that one, there's only 3 within range of the fortress. So that's where I'd go for fortress battles. If I was just doing DDs, I could actually sit under cover there. So, yeah. That's what I'd do. So I'm pretty lucky where I am. That's Holmes Glen-Tafe. It's like a college. The little inn on the left on its own, that's the train station. So yeah, and the actual greenhouse
A lot of stuff
is the actual cafe, and that's the part that's cover. So I can sit under cover there as well if it's raining and do DDs, and I can reach 3 inns quite easy. There. Okay. What's next? What was the next thing? More lessons. More lessons. More lessons. Night bus. Okay, alright, instead of green squares, actually colour code so that you know who put the charm on. Yeah, maybe it would work. Probably something you have to think and get around it. Fix the delays, those bugs. More professions might change the balancing of the books. People want energy regeneration. I don't think that'll come in. Okay, yeah, here we go. New SOS tasks. Yeah.
What about swooping evil event?
Swooping
How
it.
you doing with Swooping Evil?
Yeah.
Yeah, not great. Plotter's well and truly going to be the first one to finish.
Plotter is a fiend, and he's a machine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
On the weekend, I had too much time with the kids and not enough time with DDs on.
I'm not comfortable being out there still too much.
I'm on silver, but I've got 3 of 13, so plodding on. Not going. I'm talking about Swooping Evil. Just
The silver page. Yeah, I got 2 on that page, so I'm a long way.
Yeah, well, Plotter will finish this weekend. He's only got 1 flying car and then a few portraits and he's done.
then what's he going to do?
So, with the event,
A lot of portraits.
Yeah. Then what's he going to do after that?
Yeah, that's why I'm not really.
he's going to reintroduce himself to his family and kids, I think. Hasn't he got 3 young kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got school too. He's a teacher.
Wow. So yeah, that's good going in with all that.
High school. He teaches high school.
He teaches about perseverance.
So, yeah, that's good going for him. Yeah. A new. So what have we got?
Oh, I just do it to lose weight. I'm just happy to be walking around again, Daryl.
Yeah.
I love that part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, to get out.
I would love to do it right now, but it's just pouring with rain, so
Ooh,
Back in the
it's
car.
nice though.
Yeah.
You guys must be getting towards the end of your winter, right?
it feels like it's never going to end. It's not really.
We're probably in the middle of it. Where was it? We're in June.
Middle,
So,
Ooh.
yeah.
I hear you.
So hang on, just quickly look out the weather. The weather here.
Wish I could share you the heat here, man.
Yeah, we got rain. But yeah, that's where we are. It's me. Where Daryl is. I think I can get Daryl because I don't think I've changed. Yeah. Daryl's got. Oh, you haven't got much. Similar.
Daryl, you're in Adelaide, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
See, I finally learned where you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kept telling everybody you're from Melbourne.
Yeah. He's in a
I'm the
different.
only Adelaide one.
Yeah, he's in a different time zone to us. It's one of those
Yeah.
weird time zones, half hour time zone difference.
12.
Yeah.
Ooh. You gotta love the lag on Twitch.
Ability to switch profession in the lobby. New professions. I don't think they'd have new professions. It just doesn't make sense to have new professions.
I think switching professions in the lobby would be great. Then things that just allow you to have one device, not
Yeah.
to have two.
Yeah.
Well, if you manage your resource and you finish it, it should be in your control, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem is if you've got that and you're playing with randos and you keep changing, it just adds to. If everyone can do it, everyone could change.
I mean, there are people who have finished. I don't know how they spoofed it, but they finished all 3 professions even before Valki.
Yeah. What are you doing now?
You're not me.
Is
Pat?
that a warthog or? You have
Oh,
a
that
sound.
noise.
Yeah.
That's my wipers.
Oh. God. Are they working? Okay, what was I doing? Yeah.
It needs a service.
Rewards for leveling up should be better.
Oh, I thought I resubscribed to Valky's stream. It doesn't come up with thing.
Yeah, because Seawolf just subscribed. Resubscribed.
Yeah, I did it when you were down. I dropped by
okay, yeah.
and
Sure. Yay. Okay. Anyway, thanks if you did. It didn't even come up on the list. Yeah. Anyway, what was next? The tonic to bring ingredient and stuff on the ground. We've discussed that. I think most things we've discussed now. Notification when greenhouse is finished or finishing.
so I think you should be able to barter your scroll for something.
Well, you don't know for the next lot of lessons. It might take more scrolls. We don't know.
Yeah, 10,000 scrolls?
Yeah.
So how much would you pay for one green book? What would be the most you pay?
I don't need them.
1,000 scroll?
Yeah.
Oh, you will need them if the new lessons come out. And you need the green books for that.
10,000 scroll for a gold key.
Ah, yeah. I would pay 10,000 scrolls for a gold dark detector.
Ooh.
What would that do? What would a gold dark detector do though? That's a good idea. Go on.
You just use it and it stays in your inventory.
Yeah.
Gold dark. You'd have to use. Surely you'd have to use it.
What's that?
You need to get,
What would it do?
3 for the 3.
What would a gold dark detector do though?
Does what it normally does, but you don't have to keep accumulating them.
You can use them once a day, but you can reuse them in
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. So you'd always have one to put on any inn that you come across. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can only do it once a day. You can do it every day.
So.
No, I can do it as long as you like.
I'd be open to abuse, really. If you live on if you live on an inn, because I'd like it lived. 130.
I like Dark Detectives to go for an hour and have more events where they go for longer. You know, with Pogo had often
And
the
maybe
incidents would go for longer.
Well,
you can
this
put
we
an extra one in there for extra oomph.
For swooping evils, please.
For
I
the
paid
swooping
10,000 scrolls for that. Oh yeah.
You need to be able to make your own dark detectors.
Make your own dark detectives.
Yeah.
From the XP you play in the game.
It would be a new way of doing things. Is there any?
Or you could.
There's nothing in the game that actually, or in Harry Potter's world that actually makes things, is there?
They could have it like you collect the parts. So there's 5 parts. You need to collect them all for a dark detector, and they're like spawns or things you find on the map, like ingredients. And
Well, you already
once you found all 5, you've got yourself a gold dark detector.
yeah, but you already get dark detectors from confoundables anyway, don't you? Very rare, but you still
You do, but once they're done, they're gone. They're like,
yeah.
Dark detector you get from the store, don't you?
yeah, I don't want to pay.
Well, the other way would be to make that an achievement. If you've managed to find 100 or 200, then you get a gold one. Or a certain number, then you would get a gold one, and you can use it wherever. Yeah, that's interesting. Let's see what else. What else is there? Change gold to galleons. That makes sense. Would love to see Gringotts Bank and Vault Trolley gifting from your inventory of runestones or ingredients. A Neville Longbottom Hero Day and new potions from the Potion Master Professor Day with classroom tasks. Fortress with friends made easier. Sorry? I was talking.
You got quite a lot of comments
Yeah.
from your viewers.
Yeah, this one's good today. A lot of people talk. It's nice. It's nice. That's the whole idea. People are gonna give their feedback. In battle chat, yeah. Please don't get rid of energy on the map.
Wow, this Amy is really thought about that. That's all good.
Delete a wanted gift.
Gift, no.
No. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, open it.
You have to open it.
Delete unwanted portmanteaus. That'll never happen. Way to earn porkies and way to even achieve another golden key. I don't think we'll ever have a second golden key, so I don't think that one's going to happen.
You got a second and third professions.
This comes into communication in battles. Yeah, would like to see more communication in battles. I think that's a given. Show what level people are in fortress battles. Yes, I can see the benefit of that because then you know who to pass your focus to, but then level is not necessarily equivalent to what of the they've learnt as charms. Show how many foes each person has taken down. And same idea. What they've got in and go how much each person has battled. You can probably see that being skewed towards Aura just because they're more powerful, though. Yeah, because they're doing all the first strikes and stuff like that. So, yes, it would be good, but that would be very skewed. I will see your thumbnail. Yes, your little thumbnail.
What about increased hits, better traces, accuracy in fortresses? So we get rewarded with master stuff for foundables. What about you get a better hit for a better quality tracing of a spell
find better
during
hit.
Yeah, you would
Same
think
kind
so, but then it's going to change the calculations that we do. It's something that's got to be more dynamic. And knowing the game and people with the lag, I think that's going to cause more issues. It's worth.
It'd be easier. You collect the masterful spells and you release ultimate weapon one at a time.
That'd be awesome. Like a power up bar.
Like a tornado. You did 5 in a row.
They could do a power up bar because that is in Pokemon Go. We know that is possible.
Yeah, like like a clean sweep.
Yeah.
Everything on the board is dead.
Yeah, the more accurate your cast, the more chance the defense of the Urklin, and you'd think it would already be in the game, but we already know the numbers are set because we've seen the battle calculations, so we know they are set. If they become variable, then that opens up the PvP aspect.
Exactly, yeah.
If they remain set, then they can't really do PvP because it would just become a speed. Whereas if it becomes variable with accuracy and precision and speed, then it becomes more of a competitive issue, more strategy.
But then you've got those templates that people have that they put on their screens and can trace it that has each spell.
Yeah.
Like a stencil. And then that's where, starts getting unfair.
Yeah, that becomes problematic. That's where you'd want to battle face to face rather than.
Yeah.
It could become issues there. You still have to do it at speed though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if it's a random spell that comes up, how quick are you going to find the right template? By then it's too late.
Yeah. True. Okay, what was next? I don't even know.
Well, what about with that having the wizarding duel? So, we've seen it in the movies. Take cases and turn around.
Yeah.
That would be the next page, wouldn't it? They have to open the next dangerous.
Well, that's the PvP aspect. That is the PvP aspect, though, the dueling. You've got the dueling as a PvP best of 3 type thing, and the big thing, like, it would be the raid equivalent of 20 people fighting against Draco. So you've got those things there, but it becomes too much of a copy from Pokemon Go. That's what it begins to feel like.
Well, it's Wizards Unite. It's not Wizards Compete.
I don't know. I'd still like to beat you.
Well, you already can with the you do the time. You set the parameters, and you have a friendly competition. Record your screens, and send it in. Like you said last time we talked, you have a duo, you have a but you can do all sorts of fun stuff.
Yeah, this becomes a player-made competition rather than an in competition.
It's not a game made, yes.
Ability to nudge another player when everyone has hit join. I like the other parts of this, or when is the spider and the Magi is free to actually say jump out. That one, we'd all like to see that.
How about the ability to tell the player next to you not to use a level 5 runestone in rune 3?
I think people should be able to use what they want. I think people shouldn't worry. If someone's using a level 1 runestone, just let them. As long as you're using the level 5, you get your rewards. If they're using a level 1, let them. Just it makes it easier for you. It makes it easier for everyone. Please fix that bus. Takes too long to load. Yep, bug fixes. A time turner.
To find the server.
A time turner to be able to complete previous things. Yeah. More lessons. Bigger gift capacity for opening and storing. I think
No, that's never gonna happen.
opening 20. Like they've already increased it, haven't they? 'Cause it was
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
so. Would they increase it again? I don't think they will. Not in a hurry, unless there's a big outcry from people.
Isn't it the same as Pogo now?
I don't know. I don't play it that often to actually remember everything now. Okay, here you go. Kristen Grenoble. I'd love to see some of the photos in the towers be women. It's either creatures or male wizards. Where's the girl power? We've had dark witches, so probably kind of makes sense. But we want the dark witches back.
Bring back Valki.
Well, the other thing is, like, she's on.
Bring back the poacher.
Yeah, well, she's Bellatrix Lestrange is on one of the other posters, isn't she? So that could be there. Oh, here we go, Mitch. A better PR team.
We got a Faces fan.
Limiting the places in fortress battles to a max of 2 of each class, especially at higher levels. I can see where they're coming from, but I like to leave it open because people do like to test themselves and free orders.
It makes quicker games as well.
Yeah.
Would it
You're
make
waiting
sense
and waiting.
Would it make sense to make the first 3 slots for each profession?
Yeah, I think that would be okay. That would probably be more of a way round it, because like it still opens up to having 3 magies, which no one likes.
But at least you cover
Really,
the
just
basics.
not what I do.
Yeah. So yeah, having one of each to start off with, and it won't. You can't go in unless you've got one of each. Yeah.
Yeah, you really just don't want 3 magies.
Yeah. Well,
You could do it with auras and bronze.
the options there, just
Never
But
fun.
you can do 5 magies and win. So maybe that's their point.
Yeah. Well, 5 magic. If 5 magics want to go in and test themselves, then they should be able to, though. But you should be able.
Exactly.
If you're in a private room, there is no limit. But if you're in a public room, you've got to have at least one of each.
Exactly.
There's the compromise.
Yes. The private room is a compromise, greatest of all.
Yeah.
What you just said.
Yeah, I think that'd be.
People will be able to play quicker instead of waiting for beacons for an hour.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can do what you want in a
can put
private room.
15 games in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Well,
Pat can't.
if you're doing the lower runs, you're doing the stickers run. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm thinking for everybody. Solo is
Yeah. Yeah, that would work. Yeah. So in a private room, you can do what you want. In the public, got to be one of each. If you have 3 magic.
So how does it work with Pogo with theirs? Because like each bus is a server, right? So if you had, you'd be creating a lot more servers technically to promote that, wouldn't you? if your private code is for a server, where you could choose any chamber with select people, that would be so many more servers they need to set up.
So on the cloud,
Not
who
really,
knows what the
because
server?
you're just setting up a group within a server. Just and those 5 people will be linked. So as soon as one person clicks, say, chamber 5, all 5 of you would go in, and then you've all got.
So like it would still do a
Then you'd all,
buff where
yeah.
multiple people could still access the same passcode to go on there. Just gets you there quicker.
Yeah, well, it will keep you 5 as a group. It knows it'll have you as a group.
Like
One
your
of you would
friend's
pick
code, right?
Dark Chamber 5, and all 5 of you would appear together in that Dark Chamber. You can choose your runestone and join whenever.
Your friends list, right? Whatever your friend is on, like whatever they serve and found each other on, if there's like at the end of the name, the location of where they are at the moment on what server, and you can just click and get on the same server.
Yeah, and it'll just say.
How's it work for raids? When I'm just wondering from the software point of view,
They have a raid
how raids
pad.
work.
You need a
Yeah,
raid
but-
pad. It's like a reservation.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you also you can get your own code, so you can do private raids by entering the code.
yeah.
No, they're just saying-
They'll just say, oh, you've got to do Rattata, Pikachu,
Yeah,
and
yeah, that's right.
the first
So,
20 people
is that
in
like
would
when
get in there.
Oh yeah, that's
You
a
could
private
do the
room.
same. You could do the same thing. Say, ow, Toad.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, it'd be the same type of thing. Yeah.
So the same coding.
Yeah.
In the room selection.
Yeah. So yeah, it is possible. You could do that quite easy.
True. You got enough symbols in this game.
Color coded indicators show the professions waiting in a chamber. They've got a little picture there. But then I think if you actually go into the chamber, you'd say whether you can or can't. Okay, we've discussed this one before, but different people were in. Different grow times in greenhouses. Because the 7-hour one is just annoying. I reckon that they should all be the same time, but it all depends on how much spell energy you put in. Just like the more spell energy you put in, like 50 or was it whatever it would be, would give you the 24 hours, and you'd definitely get more in that time. But if you only wanted an hour, you'd have to put in a hell of a lot more spell energy to get what you want.
Yeah.
It would have a little counter there saying how much you can harvest, so that you could do your 8-hour work. Right? Yeah, put the seeds in, do your 8-hour work, and whack it full up with spell energy. And then in the 8 hours, it will say, oh, here you go. Here's your 25 or whatever. If you harvest now, if you leave it for the whole 24 hours, you could have, say, 60. Yeah. Don't know. That's something that, it'd be in the details.
I think if I was able to get a larger harvest, I would plant more things. Well, I don't plant at all now because it's just not worth it. But if you could get a whole abundance of 20 plus of one thing, I'd more likely want to plant.
Yeah.
And return to that.
Yeah. If you could control the time better, I think that's part of
You can never plant enough to use in your fortress as much as we do.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. We hardly use the potions enough.
Yeah, we hardly anymore.
So yeah.
I only do when Valki's drinking.
They're the fun streams. They're the fun streams. No, just mean can we get the spell capacity to a multiple of 10 instead of 5? Yeah. So instead of 685, they'd like prefer it to go up in 10s. Yeah, that's OCD though. Study another patient, and we should have the skills and benefits. Be able to use all skills simultaneously. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why that's. But then that become if you had access to all your skills, then you have to choose which ones you'd want as your set of 4. That brings back to that when they open up new lesson plans, which ones you would pick if you've learned.
That's an interesting concept. If you look at the way, it's the optimal way of playing that Ando's set up, if you had the option of with your professions, because you are one wizard, you've mastered 3 or whatever,
Yeah.
what would be the optimal spells to choose for each person to, can it be done quicker if you could choose whatever type of hexes and stuff that each person has?
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be like this we mentioned before. The professor would drop mending straight away, but what would they put in its place? Would one professor just go for the 2-7 focus skills and the one aura just have the ability to pass, i.e. be able to have the ability to take focus of other people just to farm it to that other aura, the other professor?
Or is having the ability to cast debt hexes, if you've got that on your professor, you can choose that you want to have a weakening confusion and a debt hex, or...
Yeah.
Interesting how that would work.
But it's one of those you'd have to preset your 4 spells and make sure that in your team you try and cover all the spells, which would be quite easy with only one lesson plan. But when you get into more lesson plans, then again that becomes more of a strategy based game. So that's something way for the future that would work. Way for the future. Way.
It's a bit like with Pokemon has, your own different team setups. You nominate which setup you want to use. You could do the same thing that you become eventually when everyone's done a lot of the lessons. It's not necessarily about what type of wizard you are, because you've done all. It's what skills team you want to bring to a battle.
Yeah, what skill set would work in... Well, group of skill sets would work well together amongst the 5 wizards in there. Would you have to have, would you have to say that, if your professor's your main one, then at least 2 of your spells, over half of your spells have to be professor-based? Or do you just go in, you can choose any of them? Yeah, that's something that...
Food for thought.
Yeah, how that would work. We have to just wait and see. What else have we got? Yeah, I think we're repeating. Liquid luck as a potion. So, that's something different. Please you add liquid luck as a potion for the super hard red foundables. We've already got the potent and stuff, so it's kind of like, So liquid luck needs to be for something else.
It gives you your crit hits. 2 or 3 crit hits because it allows you to do that.
Increases your crit chance, Yeah, there you go. Yep, that would work. Pets, we've already discussed pets. Add people. Professions in the chamber. What potion you allow? I think we've done everything now. Rent a cauldron. When you rent the cauldron, I want to see a countdown clock on the remaining time. Maybe even a time above each potion showing how much time each potion needs. Okay. There's already a timer on there. When you enter Cauldron, I want to see a countdown clock on the remaining time. It's normally there on
I
the.
think that's more. I think that's if you've got a potion on and it's going to end after the timer goes to be able to see, so that you could technically finish it early and put something else on.
It is there already though. If we do the 3-hour one, I haven't got one going. See in the bottom right hand corner, it's already got 2 hours 59. The timer's already there. What should I put on? I'll just put that on. Now, so you already know that the potion I just put on is 1 hour 47. You already know how much time is left because you've still got the 2:59 there for the whole potion. I want to see a countdown clock on the remaining time. It's there. It is there. So,
Is it?
yeah, it's on my screen now. It's underneath the handle. So you know the time of the potion.
I just find sometimes I can't see the time remaining of the actual clock. So if I do a day and I've got something that's going to go past that, it's only going to tell me when that finishes the potion, not when you can rent it again. So you can keep tabs on that and spend a couple of gold coins to put in something else. So you've got, say, 5 minutes, and then you go, yep, I'm going to put in a Barufio at the end of that. If you don't time it correctly, that something finishes just before and it's going to go just after. I don't know if you can see how much time is actually left on the rent. It only shows you time on the potion for that last one. That's what I think it might mean.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense at all.
It does, but I think it's just someone not bit because the only time that's not on the screen, like at the moment, is the actual accumulated time, including the Brufio. So, and we know the Brufio is 12 hours. So that would be 13.5 hours brew time. So that would be the only time that you wouldn't know. So as soon as the extimulo, in my case, is gone, you will know how much time is there because it will tell you. Or will it? If the potion hasn't been collected, the extimulo, we'd have to check that, but that'd be an hour time if the numbers are still there. Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the... Not 100% sure what they mean on that one. Ability to link to the store to buy potions while engaged with a foundable. Well, the only option you got there is if you run out of spell energy. Besides that, I don't think you can. So, may have merit. Depends on what you want to buy. Okay, 19 more. Well, we've reached the bottom. That's good. Cool.
I like the buying idea though.
Yeah.
I always thought that. That's why they can make money.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. In the brewing, back on the brewing. I think everyone would like this one. To be able to remove from your queue. If they're not actually being brewed, I'd like to be able to actually change the brew order. So that one's when we come to tell a task and we accidentally put the Brufio on and you think, oh shit, I've got to wait for the 10.5 hours or whatever it is before I can put my health potions on to finish the task. I'd like to,
The unbrewed potion, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
Especially for events that are coming up that you might have forgot to queue up something that you need to
exactly.
potion
When
brewed.
you queued up the wrong, yes.
Yeah. I just gotta go to toilet again.
When you have to brew those tonic at the beginning of the events.
Yeah. Back.
Premier League system.
Well, my lunch break is coming to an end, so I'll catch some of you later on.
Yep. Okay.
Thanks for the chat.
No problem. I think we're
Thank you,
pretty.
Daryl.
We're right at
With
the end now.
Good luck with the
Yeah,
hunt.
yeah, I've given up. I've given up.
Okay.
All right, see you guys.
See ya.
And Laura.
Later, Daryl. Have
Bye.
a nice day.
Okay. So rewards on the map. I.e. when someone gives you toadstools, give more than one. So if you pick up a toadstool, you get more than one. Yeah. Got merit. Yeah. Fix the bugs, basically. Fix the bugs. It says 15 or 15. Change the daily
Can you
tasks.
tell Laura what's going on?
Change the tasks.
What are we doing? Is this like a wish list?
No,
Yeah.
Valki is going through the fans' comments on what they want from the new development
Okay.
in the game.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Comments on YouTube.
yeah, the comments.
yeah.
Yeah, it's on the new thing that came up. Gareth on the Wizards Unite Facebook group just asked people what they would like to see, and there was nearly 400 comments. So we're just going through some of those comments and what people would like to see and discussing them really. Just see if some of them are good, some of them are crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's quite a few good ones in there. There's a lot of repeats now. We're right near the bottom. Some of them are just never going to happen, like this one. Other ways to get the green spell books in gifts, port keys, or fortress prize. You already get them from just events. It's good enough.
I just hope that the dev team reads these too
Yep, I
before
think
they
that's
do
it.
the programming,
Yeah, that's it. Let's hit the bottom.
not after.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll take another year to program. Okay, so that's all done. Let's get rid of that. Where is it? It's this one, isn't it? Let's close that. There we go. Yeah.
I want to be able to scroll through my registry without tapping things accidentally.
Yeah. Anyway, that was
On there?
a good chat. That was 2.5 hours, Pat. Nearly 3 hours. Is he still there? Pat gone? Don't leave me, Pat. Don't leave me. No, what am I doing? That one. That's the one. Yep. That's gone. That's why. Anyway. Any other ideas, guys, that I've missed?
Well, I don't know all the ideas, so
Yeah.
it's hard to judge.
I was just talking to chat now, the chat group. I think we got most of them. I don't know if there's anything else other people think should be mentioned.
Maybe there's no red dot if the weather changes somewhere in the state, especially for giant states like Australia.
Oh yeah, I've already sent that as a bug thing because was it about 8 o'clock at night? We normally get a red dot warning for frost in the morning, which is bloody stupid. Because
Yep.
we be getting a red dot at 8 o'clock when the actual it's a pre-warning for the next morning. That's that one just seems crazy for me. I don't think there's actually much of a reduction. I think they've. I don't think that warning system. I think it's just a warning system now. I think they've probably had so much hassle from it that the warning's there. It's linked, but I don't think it actually reduces spawns, or if it does, it's by a very minimal amount. Because especially for us, it's crazy. Like we get sheep graziers warning, and we're in the middle of a city. It's just because our was it weather area, our central area is so like
Goes Valki.
300k north of Melbourne. That's how big it is. So we get all the sheep grazers warning, and then yeah, that's a gripe. Anyway, let's close that off. It's nearly 3 hours stream. That was a good discussion. I can whack that onto YouTube. That one. That was a good one.
Hey, on that note, Valki, I'm gonna say bye, man. I gotta take my dog to the vet. Bye,
Yeah,
Laura.
that's okay. See,
Yeah.
I'll talk
see
to you
everyone.
later. Bye. Bye, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for the chat.
I didn't really do much.
Yeah, you didn't, did you? No. You was there in spirit. And
I need to be
thank you,
tagged.
because we're on 101 followers. So cool. Okay then, guys, we'll see you. Thanks for coming in, and I'll.
Maybe we'll fortress tonight.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how we go. I got no idea.
Sounds like
The only definite one is Wednesday night. My wife does
Yeah.
work at 9 p.m. and I'll be picking her up, so it'll be sometime after that or before. I don't know. We'll see. It'll be Wednesday. I will be on Wednesday though. 'Cause I have to do it Wednesday. It's a scheduled one. I've been told I have to. Okay then. See you guys.
See ya.